So I wanted to bring up something that is usually overlooked by, stuff on social media or people that write or comment on living overseas or moving out of the United States, and that's just the difficulty of not necessarily fitting in, but of making friends. If you move, with siblings, significant other stuff, that's helpful, and it also kind of gives you kind of an in with certain people. If you have a kid, if you're moving with kids, you're gonna be putting them in school, and you have kind of certain ins with different individuals and groups. But when you're moving by yourself, maybe you're a digital nomad, getting the digital nomad visa, or you're retiring on your own, it can be such a challenge to connect with anyone. Even more, connecting with people as an adult in general can be difficult. When you don't have those methods of connecting, either with kids because they play sports with other kids, or because you work with them, or you go to church with somebody, or different things. Like, you have kind of options to fit in with people. You don't have figuring those out when you live overseas is very hard. Some cultures, it's extremely tricky for that to get in and fit in. Some places the spots you'd normally make friends with, that you'd normally forge connections with, just don't exist. When you're single, it's like, where are you gonna meet people? Especially if you don't. I don't know, because if you work at home, where are you gonna meet people? Coffee shop, everyone. I tell people, I'm struggling making friends here, and people are like, I'll go to a coffee shop. I have never once ever in my life gone to a coffee shop and been like, hey, let's be friends. That has never happened. Like, we're not 8 years old. We're not becoming friends because we both like the same bagel or Pop-Tart or something. Like, I don't know how to make a friend at a coffee shop. Some places, you might use a dating app or something just to kind of make connections in certain countries. Other countries, like the one I'm in right now, those don't exist. Well, they exist, but it's kind of just spam and all that stuff. You can, I guess, meet people at the gym, but even going up to making friends at a gym is really a challenge. And so I think more people need to realize, before you move, it can be very difficult, if not close to impossible, to really make friends on your own when you're in a community where you obviously don't necessarily fit in. Some people are better at making friends than others, but it's tricky. I have my dog, but some countries, some cultures are not dog friendly. Like, again, I'm in Albania, not dog friendly. People are like theatrically terrified of her. Like, theatrically, like, just this morning, we were waiting for the elevator in the apartment to come down, and we had a good 3-4 feet in between where we're standing and the elevator. The elevator comes down, opens up, woman standing there. She will not move. She won't get off the elevator. Like, she's waiting for us to, like, disappear around the stairwell just so she can leave. It's like, no. We're standing here. Nothing's, like, just, like... So pets aren't always an option. It's just a struggle sometimes. And so I think if you're considering a move to go anywhere out of the country, to go anywhere, you need to understand that it's not always going to be easy. Some countries it's easier than others. Like when I was in South America, I found it really... I was able to make friends in every country outside of Argentina, which is the one I was living in. I made some some friends, but they were all from Venezuela. The actual locals, not so much. And of course, I know some people will be like, well, we went to Argentina and people were very friendly, and becoming friends, way, way, way different. Some people are very friendly, but not going to be friends. I mean, I know people that live in Seattle, the Seattle freeze, where they live there, people are friendly, but they just can't connect and make friends. And so I just think, if you're going to move, just be aware that this is a really possible option, and that, some places it's just not going to work for everybody. That's just one of those things. And God, man, my arm's getting tired, and the camera on my computer is not good, so I'm stuck using the phone. But I didn't realize how warm it was sitting on the couch with the sun right here. No wonder she's panting. But yeah, so just be aware. It can be a challenge, and just gotta remain open. Maybe go to the coffee shop. I don't know, but just be aware that it can be difficult sometimes.